Good afternoon and welcome to week 2 of the Overwatch season. Today, Marshalltown Bobcats will be taking on Davenport West. I'd like to start off by thanking our lovely sponsors. Could not do this without them. For the Bobcats today, they will be starting with this lineup. Sam Bennett playing damage. He was very effective as Reaper last week, totaling 79 eliminations across 3 games. Miles will be playing support. He tallied 53 eliminations last week and 17 assists. Chow Tai will also be joining Sam playing damage. Chow played a very effective Sombra, was able to get behind enemy lines and do damage. And Dylan Ambrose will be playing support as well. And his twin brother Ryder will be the tank. The game is just about to start. The first map is Ilios, and the game mode is control, so both teams will be fighting over a few control points here, and whichever team wins 2 rounds will take the game here. And we're looking for compositions here in just a little bit. Marshalltown comes into the game 1-0 after defeating Davenport Central last week and defeating them rather handily. Davenport West comes to this game 0-1, losing 3-0 to East High last week.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As you hear in the background, we do once again have a JV Rocket League match also happening. Bobcats very quickly on point here, ready to defend.
Hello there. Ready for it?
Up on the screen, the Marshalltown will be the team in purple, and Davenport West, the yellow team, as we already see a couple of eliminations from Marshalltown. Miles taking out a couple, booping a few away. Marshalltown working on capping the point here. Sam Bennett already amassing quite a few eliminations as we are very early on in this match. Sam Bennett really getting up in the other team, doing what Reaper does best, causing damage, then running away. Dylan Ambrose playing support, making sure his teammates stay healthy and alive here as the Davenport West player does push on the port, onto the point, but the Bobcats very quickly take care of business there, as they are 1/3 of the way to capping the point. Here's the tank, Ryder Ambrose. Bobcats are able to defend the first push here by Davenport West. Another one shortly coming here. Here's Chow Tai playing as Tracer. Incredibly quick, hard to keep track of. Miles with another elimination. Sam with another. Chow gets one. Ryder gets one. Just kind of spreading the wealth here for the Bobcats as they push really far away from the point. Take out the final Davenport West player. And they have successfully defended another push. There'll likely be one more push here if nobody caps the point, or at least contests the point for Davenport West. Sam pops it all right in the middle of Davenport West and is able to sneak out 4. First elimination for Davenport West coming at the hands of Reaper. He takes out Dylan and Miles with that one. But it does not matter as the Bobcats are able to secure the first objective and win round 1.
Score 1-0.
once again in pretty convincing fashion, very similar to last week when across both rounds they only gave up 8% to Davenport Central. Here they don't give up any to start things off. So here we'll go into round 2. Slightly different layout here. Looks like Sam is switching from Reaper to a Genji here.
5, 4, 3, 2,
As well as
round 2. Capture.
Shao switching over to Symmetra. Marshalltown once again, first one's on point here. As Miles squares off against a Reaper. That's not typically a good matchup for a Lucio. Shao now taking on the role of Reaper instead. He switched off that Symmetra.
The objective is now.
Point is open and is currently contested. And Marshalltown caps it. Ooh, a little bit of danger there as one Davenport West player gets eliminated. Point is currently being capped by Davenport West, and they will get control of it, at least for a little while here, as Chow gets eliminated. So Davenport West in control of the point at the moment, and they will even up the percentage. Bobcats regrouping. Looks like they are taking the left side from the point here, trying to push up from that direction. Got to watch out behind them there. There's a little bit of environmental hazard as they can get booped off the side there. Mortality field put down in the middle. And the Bobcats take care of business and will recapture the point. Not before Davenport West gets a good chunk of the point cap there, almost half, to take the lead here in round 2. Well, there's no time limit on this. It's just whoever gets to 100% and then can completely secure it. Meaning there's no opposing players on the point contesting. They have to be completely off. Dylan in there playing Baptiste, trying his best to keep his team alive and healthy here as there's a few eliminations. Sam able to take out the Davenport West Genji as well as the Junkrat, but then Shao Tai falls victim to the Reaper. Bobcats do take the lead in percentage though. Waiting for Davenport West to make a push here. They will have to get somebody on the point here soon. Meanwhile, Marshalltown waiting with 3 ults. A few of them get popped right there. And Marshalltown takes care of business there, and it looks like they're heading for a round 2 victory. And there it is. Bobcats win round 1, game 1 even. Take a 1-0 lead overall, so they only need to win 2 more of the 4 remaining games in order to claim victory today. Play of the game belongs to Miles as Lucio. Back in round 1 here. Taking out the Davenport West Doomfist there. And then booping another player off the map before going in there and taking care of the Reaper as well. So Marshalltown takes round 1, game 1. After kind of dominating that first round, second round a little bit more resistance there from Davenport West as 44% was surrendered. But ultimately, Bobcats ended up coming away with it. And we'll move on to game 2, which will be the push map Esperanza. This one is essentially a big tug of war where both teams will try to escort a robot to their side of the map while making sure that the enemy doesn't do the exact same. Whoever can get it to the end or get it the furthest at the end of the time will be the winner. Last week against Davenport Central, the Bobcats were once again able to take control of the push for pretty much the entire round. It never went on to Marshalltown's side. They were able to push it almost completely across with just a little bit of opposition. But for the most part, they took care of business with that.
Ready for battle.
Teams have been released. We'll see who can be the first to arrive here. Remember, Marshalltown is in the purplish pink. Will be approaching from the right side of the screen. Davenport West in the yellow will be approaching from the left side. For this round, it looks like Sam will be playing Genji again. Chow with Symmetra.
2, 1. Objective
Ryder
unlocks
with the
in 30
Doom Fist. Miles as Lucio. So we're on the same team here. Once again, we see the Marshalltown players coming to view before any Davenport West. Miles engaging the enemy a little bit ahead as the robot unlocks very soon. Sam already getting a kill. And the robot is technically unlocked, but nobody is currently pushing it. There, they got it under control. Meanwhile, the rest of the Bobcats able to take care of Davenport West. Now a lot of them helping to push the robot. Chow Tai getting behind enemy lines here, playing Symmetra. Meanwhile, Davenport West looking to regroup and strategize. Chow gets a little bit of danger. He's able to, almost escape there, but was ultimately tracked down. Meanwhile, Sam playing Guardian up top. As the Davenport West Roadhog comes up to say hello, he decides to get out of there. That's not a good matchup for him. Meanwhile, down by the robot, we have a decent bit of fighting going on here as the robot does take a few steps back towards the neutral side. And there are a lot of Davenport West players there now, all 5 of them around pushing the robot. It will go into Bobcat territory here and start pushing the barricade. Marshalltown looking to stop this push, take care of Davenport West players. Sam able to eliminate the Reaper there. Meanwhile, that Hog with the Mercy Pocket there continues to be a little bit of an issue. Sam Bennett ults and is able to get an elimination. Chow Tai doing some cleanup, getting a couple for himself. And Marshalltown back in control here. Almost to the first checkpoint from Marshalltown. Davenport West Reaper does try to sneak in behind, but is snuffed out and eliminated by Chow and just basically the whole host of Bobcats there.
This will take time.
First checkpoint reached for the Bobcats as fighting ensues up top. Chow with a couple of eliminations. Sam adds one as well. Enemy Reaper pops his ult and is able to get Miles, but it's not before, shortly after, eliminated by Chow. Bobcats remain in control, and the robot is once again on the move. See the distances up top. Marshalltown with a pretty commanding lead here. 6.5 minutes left.
Meteor strike.
Ryder, Ults, right in the midst of the Davenport West team, as well as Lifeweaver. Eliminations being spread out pretty evenly across the Bobcats, as nobody's currently pushing the robot, as they went to take care of the last couple of Davenport West players. Incoming Bastion ult, able to do a little damage, but getting no eliminations. Davenport West Hog kind of sneaking up behind, tries to hook Miles as Lucio, not able to accomplish it. Now he has to deal with the rest of the Bobcats. Gets stunned a little bit. Has a heck of a lot of health there, but does ultimately get eliminated. Bobcat coming, or the robot coming down the home stretch here. Bobcats continue to remain in control, only surrendering those 15 meters. And pops his ult. He's able to secure a few eliminations there. Meanwhile, the Davenport West sweeper able to contest the robot, keeping it from progressing too far, hoping he can buy some time for his teammates to get back and also do that. Here they come, the robot getting very close to the end. Will Davenport West be able to stop in time? They will not. Marshalltown takes game 2. Play of the game goes to Symmetra after a little bit of a fake out there, which is very much on point. That is Symmetra's whole thing, is faking out the enemy team and making them think that she's one place when she's actually somewhere else. So round 2 victory makes it 2-0 in favor of the Bobcats, and they are just one game win away from taking the match. Looks like we got a couple of changes happening for the Bobcats here, as Peyton will be coming in. Not quite sure of his role. Last week against Davenport Central, he came in and played a little support. He played Mercy and was able to get 2 eliminations, which is not an easy thing to do with a Mercy. But more importantly, he was able to get 18 assists, which is good enough for second on the team right now, only behind Dylan. And Dylan played all 3 games, and Peyton only played 1. While we have a minute, thanks again to our lovely sponsors. I have not heard an official update, but the JV Rocket League game going on behind me sounds like it's a pretty even match. So we'll just switch around a couple of players here, and we'll start game 3 shortly. Game 3 will be an escort at Havana. In this game mode, both teams have a turn escorting a cart. They get it as far as they possibly can in the time allotted, or all the way to the end. It appears that we are ready for the escort map.
Initiating match.
Again, both teams get a chance to push the payload as far as they possibly can, as quick as they can. Whichever team can get it either further or do it the quickest wins round 3. If the Bobcats win this round, they will claim victory in the match. If Davenport West wins, then we will go to a round 4.
Ready for battle.
It looks like Marshalltown will be on defense first, so their objective will be to stop the payload. Davenport West, of course, the exact opposite, trying to push it as far as they can. My map knowledge is not nearly as good as a lot of these players, but what I do know is right away here at the beginning is a pretty solid choke point and one of the hardest points to get the payload past. So we'll see if the Bobcats decide to set up here or if they try to choke a little bit further up.
Shot through the heart. Shot through the heart.
Looks like they're currently taking the high ground except for Peyton,
And I'm to
who's deciding to take some shots early on here and see if he can catch him off guard.
Stop the payload.
And Chow getting a quick elimination there as Hanzo, the sniper with a bow. Sam also able to get an elimination there, playing Widowmaker. Whole host of eliminations for the Bobcats. They push the defense back. Symmetry gets knocked out. Sam able to pull off a pretty close headshot and then followed up with a longer headshot as he continues to rack up eliminations. Marshalltown keeping Davenport West securely inside spawn point here as they have to strategize, see what they can come up with to make another push. They decide to come up the back alley here. Tank has switched to Reinhardt. A little bit more mobile shield there. Sam and Chow continuing to get elimination after elimination. A couple of ults go off there. And Marshalltown once again takes care of business.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Sam's perspective here as he continues just to kind of be a pain in the backside for Davenport West. Miles gets an elimination. Chow with another one. Sam continuing to do Sam things. Elimination after elimination. Dylan trying to track down the Davenport West Reaper, but the Reaper is able to escape and get a little bit of space here. It's going to be dangerous to have a Reaper behind you, especially if he has an ult ready to go. Not quite the case at the moment, but it is an important thing to keep note of. Davenport West able to move the payload a little bit more here.
60 seconds
Whoa.
remaining.
They have a minute left to get it to at least the first checkpoint there. That'll extend the time slightly for them. They're making a little bit of headway here. Popped ult leads to a lot of eliminations for the Bobcats and a team wipe. Davenport West will likely have one more chance here to get a decent push.
30 seconds remaining.
Personne
The ult by Outside doesn't lead to any eliminations there. That's 10 seconds left. Davenport West might be able to touch the payload, but not quite in time. So Marshalltown will have to push the carts 31.01 meters. If they're able to do that, they will claim victory.
Initiating match.
That's roughly how far they have to get, is just up that street a little bit. Like I mentioned, not an easy task. The very beginning part here, one of the more difficult chokes on the map. So we'll see what Marshalltown is able to do with that.
Ready for battle.
Looks like Sam's going to stick with Widowmaker here. Usually not the escort on offense here. Not usually somebody you see, but he seemed to enjoy it on defense, so why not continue it? Peyton playing Zenyatta. Miles Mercy. Dylan playing Doomfist. And Chow trying out May. Sounds like somebody nearby is spamming their voice lines. Marshalltown just needs to get the payload past that little purple square up there, and they will claim victory. Dylan Ambrose immediately jumping out and getting in the face of Davenport West, as most of the team continues to push the payload and contest it at the moment. As Dylan is eliminated, so the Bobcats will be without a tank for a little bit here. That payload, you can see, is already pretty dangerously close to the goal here. Trading shots here, no eliminations really, but several players getting quite low. There, Dylan able to get back in the action, no elimination, Chow as well. Bobcat just kind of whittling away at Davenport West. Miles does go down though, that is important, the support player goes down. But one Davenport West player remaining, stopping the payload. It's the May. And Davenport West Lucio now in there, doing his best to dodge, but it won't quite be enough. As Bobcats will win Game 3 and the match. Well played by both teams. Game 3 play of the game goes to Dylan Ambrose. Popping the ult, leading to a few eliminations. 3 eliminations and an assist. Very good. So the Bobcats will move to 2-0 on the season. Davenport West will drop to 0-2 after that match. Next week, the Overwatch team will take on Lynn Mar, who's traditionally a very good esports program. And later on this week, the Rocket League will play Keokuk on Thursday. So make sure you come back and tune in to that. So thank you one last time to all of our sponsors. And thank you for joining us.